Welcome back, podcast friends. And I am so excited today to introduce you to a man that I have recently met and have come to really become friends with. And when we first met, he had lots of questions about health, and we've been talking about it. And now I want you to hear his journey because it's been absolutely amazing. So, without further ado, Dave Woodcock, please let everybody know who you are.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Woodcock, as he said. So I thought I would first of all share how we know each other. So my dad got married a second time to a woman named Shirley. Shirley has a daughter named Karen. Karen is married to Rick. Rick is the brother of Dr. Steve Hewlett. So I don't know if
There
that
will
makes
be a
us,
quiz.
yeah, I don't know if that makes us related or not, but either way. And I think you and we've seen each other through the years at different events, I think.
Yeah.
But the one time when we were down in Springfield and we were staying with Rick and Karen, you and Teresa came over for dinner and you were talking about writing the book, Plate is Your Fate. And then we talked about your plate is your fate. And so that was around 2020, 2021. And then I ended up getting the book right after it was published. And I remember sitting down and reading it. And it's one of the first books, nutrition books, that clicked with me. And even though I wasn't fully engaged with it at that time, it really started to plant seeds that came to fruition a little bit later on in my journey. So that being about 2021. I guess I'll just explain my nutritional and my physical journey as it lines up with just my life journey. And we'll just briefly go through that.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll work great.
Okay. So I grew up in Iowa and I played sports my whole life. Four sports in high school, played college football at University of Northern Iowa. So physically, I was always in good shape, but nutrition was you're young and you're active. You don't really think much about how you eat. So you throw a couple of things of broccoli in once in a while and a strawberry, you're good. Apple once in a while. And so really nutrition wasn't anything to me growing up. I just ate whatever the heck I wanted to, but I was always in pretty good shape. And then graduated college from University of Iowa, just transferred to there, and then went into the city of Chicago and spent all of my 20s and 30s living in the city of Chicago. And again, nutrition was not a big issue. I was still young, pretty fit, working out, just going to gym and playing a lot of basketball during those years. But then my life kind of started to slide in a negative direction in my 30s, as in Chicago is kind of a work hard, play hard mentality. And I played pretty hard, drinking and partying and things like that. And I took a pretty dark skid, went down a dark path with alcohol in my late 30s and had just a life wake up call big time. And God met me. The Lord met me in a powerful way just as I was turning 40. So I had a big life change when I was 40, and then just went through a real time of transformation, going through a program called Adult and Teen Challenge. And then I went on to ministry school after that. And then I was called into full-time ministry in Texas, running a adult and teen challenge program in Fort Worth, Texas. So this is where my nutritional journey really starts to get a little bit interesting. So as I moved to Texas, I discovered Bluebell ice cream. It was too much my favorite. It's
Oh,
like
I know.
it's every other ice cream was like frozen Cool Whip compared to Bluebell. And ended up getting married in 2010. And Bluebell, I would have huge bowls of it every night before I went to bed. I was playing basketball, doing all the stuff I normally did, but I eat a huge bowl every single night. And I ballooned. I got the highest weight I ever was 266 pounds.
And
And that was
you're
right after
tall.
I got married.
How tall are you?
6'1".
6'1". Okay.
So that was like, okay, enough of that. So I started to just drop some weight, just how you normally would think to drop weight. So I got down,
Which was what?
I
What
got,
what did you do to drop weight at that time?
oh, I played a lot of
Cut
basketball.
calories?
Yeah,
Exercise?
no, that's exactly it. I just cut
Yep.
calories, tried not to eat as much Bluebell.
Yeah.
And I just worked out every day just to get some of that weight down. But I still was overweight. From
Mhm.
that point on, I was pretty much overweight. So in 2016, we felt the Lord calling us back to Iowa. I grew up in Iowa, and back to Iowa to plant a church in Knoxville, Iowa. So this is where my nutritional journey really starts to kick in. This is about the time that I bought the book. So it's 2016, no, not yet. So it's 2016 we moved, and I was turning 50 in that year, and I'm like, man, I got young kids. I want to stay in shape. There was a CrossFit gym right across the street from the church. And so so I joined and I was doing full on CrossFit for a few years. And then after that, it got modified. It wasn't the hardcore CrossFit, but I was working out full hour workouts 2, 3, 4 times a week for 8 years, all the way through my 50s. But still, nutrition, I didn't take nutrition seriously at all. So I was still eating like crap. And I'm like, I wonder why. I don't get it. I'm working out like crazy, but I'm really not losing any weight. And so it didn't really click until the book and really getting that going. So I would say I was around 235 to 240 on an average during those years and working out four times a week. Hard, really hard workouts. Then right around 2023, we left the church and I'm a director of a ministry called The Well in Pella, Iowa. So we moved to Pella, Iowa in 2023. And this is where I took a little turn physically. So I felt I was in really good physical shape because I was working out all the time, but I was still heavy, still chubby. And I just frustrated. But then I moved to Pella and guess what? I have 2 hip replacement surgeries back to back within a year.
Oh, man. I don't think I even knew that. I didn't know you had them back to back.
Yep. Yep. So I had one. When I was doing CrossFit, I was like, golly, I got this really, really strained muscle in my hip, but it just hurt like crazy. And I came to Pella and I'm like, maybe I'll do a little physical therapy. And then I thought, maybe I'll get it x-rayed first. And I did. And they're like, oh yeah, you're bone on bone. And your right one's right behind it. So I got the one done. And then being the frugal guy that I am, one deductible, I got the other one done within a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're
I
both
think a lot of
done.
people play that one.
Yeah. And it actually works out well. It's fine now. But this is where it all kicked in for me. So now I started to I was gaining weight again. And right around October of 24, I went in for a physical. I was 255 pounds. This is a year ago. So last October, November, went in, I was 255 pounds. And the doctor said, it was funny because I'm like, doctor, like, you probably should lose some weight. And I'm like, I go, hey, doc, tell me I have to lose weight. I just need to hear you tell me, you know what I mean? And he goes, okay, lose some weight. So I'm like, all right. But that was one thing. But then he said I had high cholesterol and he put me on statins. And I didn't know anything about statins. I just said, okay, and started taking it. And then this is where the big turnaround happened. So that's October, November, December 24th, Christmas Eve day.
Yeah.
I woke up and just out of the blue, woke up in the morning and I could not lift my arms. Yep. I couldn't lift my arms. I could barely get out of bed. I couldn't put on a shirt without extreme pain in my shoulders and my hands and even my legs. There was weird twinging in my legs. And I was like, what in the world is this?
Yep.
So I made it through Christmas. And then right after the day after Christmas, I'm like, I got to go to the walk-in clinic immediately, right when it opens. I was in such severe pain. I'm like, I don't know what it was. So I woke up and I go to the walk-in clinic and they don't know it's Christmas. The doctors aren't in there and they're just doing what they do. And she's like, we're going to put you on steroids. And so I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't care. I just need to get out of this pain. And so we put me on prednisone. And that's when I got a hold of you again. We'd been talking throughout the years just on various things, but this is when I got serious. I'm like, Steve, help. What is this? And I go, I don't know. I was on these statins. He goes, stop taking statins. And
Without a doubt.
You really stress that. Cause I mean, we've talked about this, that you think maybe that was the catalyst.
Oh, I definitely
all
do.
that happening.
That's how they work. They kill every single cell in your body. That's how they work. Yeah, I had no doubt. As soon as you said that, I thought, oh, I know what's causing this. I was surprised you stopped, though.
Stop the statins? Oh, no, man. I'm like, I heard it. I'm telling you, man, through this journey, Steve, you are my guy. I followed everything you said to it. And it was a suggestion. You didn't tell me what to do. You said, if I can't really tell you what to do, but what I would do. And I'm like, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And I have followed that every step of the way, everything you suggested. So anyway, so to continue, they said that I had PMR, polymyalgia, whatever, rheumatic. Yeah. But I didn't. But that's what they diagnosed it. So they put me on prednisone. And then then they got me an appointment with a rheumatologist, but that took several months. So I'm in extreme pain. The prednisone is helping some, but I'm on that for 2 or 3 months. That's too long, right?
Oh, yeah, that's way too long. Yeah, that's a ton.
Yeah. And I didn't know, and they didn't really, they're like, take it till you get the rheumatologist. And so I go to the rheumatologist. She takes a ton of tests. My uric acid is 7.9, right? 7.9,
Mhm.
something like that. And she diagnosed it as gout because I've had gout before. I have it, but my knee would swell up and a sore foot and things like that. I would get these flare ups. So she diagnosed it. She goes, it's got to be gout. Here's allopurinol, 300 milligrams. Here's colchicine. Take this for 6 months. I'm like,
And don't look at all the adverse effects that are associated with both of those.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I did, but I'm like, you're in that place where you're like, I'm trusting the food part, and I'm eating. I'm changing my diet. So January 1st, let me back up on that. So January 1st, after talking to Steve, and Steve's eat clean, and I knew this, I knew it, but I didn't know exactly what that meant. I'm like, I'm fully in because I was in such pain. It was like, it was a necessity. I'm like, I got to do something, so I'm going to do this. And I remember thinking, because just to back up a little bit, I was like, I text you one time. I go, what about apple cider vinegar? And you
Mhm.
said, this is an eye opener to me. And you said, that's great to bring down the insulin levels if you eat carbs. And then you said, but the best thing is don't eat carbs. And I remember my first thought was, how do you not eat carbs? I mean, it really jumped out. That's far fetched to
Yeah.
not eat carbs, really. But
Yep.
it sunk in, it really sunk in. So in January 1st, I decided to change my diet. I'm like, I'm not eating any carbs. I'm not eating any sugar. I'm not going to eat any processed food.
But you still like fruit and vegetables, though?
No, nope,
You
not at
you
that
stopped
point.
everything? Okay. None, not even the vegetables that grow above the ground?
Not at that point. And
Okay.
I think it was your suggestion too. You said, don't, not now, not yet. Do this
Mhm.
for a while first. I
Yep,
believe you said that. And so
I
I'm
did.
like, okay,
Yeah, because it all depends on how bad you are, how obese you are, how much pain you're in. If you're very obese or you're in a lot of pain, you're right, I'd go totally carb free.
yeah.
So everybody just you assess your own misery and see what you wanna do.
That's where I was at. And it was like, it was, I'm happy that that happened because it forced my hand to do this, and I'm praise God that I did it. Now I'm in it for life. But
Yep.
it was just such a neat turnaround that I'm like, I'm going to do it. I don't care. I can't eat this stuff. I got to eat. So I'm eating clean, and I'm starting to feel better. But the pain it's pretty extreme. So
Mhm.
January, February, March, but the pounds are slipping away. They're coming off. I'm weighing myself every Friday. I'm feeling better. My pants aren't fitting me anymore. So it's really dropping weight.
Which that kinda didn't surprise me, but every time we talked, it was always about pain. You never talked
Yes.
about the weight. That wasn't what you were doing. It was always about the pain, and that's what we were focusing on. And I
Yeah.
knew when you eat clean, it's all encompassing. When you eat clean, it all takes care of yourself. The blood pressure
Mm.
goes down, the obesity goes off, the pain goes away, the clarity comes in. It's all together. It's all caused by the same stuff. But anyway, didn't mean to
Yeah,
interrupt.
no, that's amazing. But it's a process, like you said. Like I was still in pain. I'm dropping weight. I'm getting a little bit frustrated because I'm like, I'm eating clean, but I'm still in pain. And then
Mhm.
I was jumping the gun a couple times. I'm like, what, Steve? What if I just go get a cortisone shot? And you're like, just be patient. Be patient. It's going to take some time. And so I just kept riding it out and riding it out. And yeah,
And in all honesty, if I knew for a fact you'd eat clean and you want to get the cortisone shot, and I think I even told you, if you're in that much pain, get something now, but don't rely on that. That's just going to help get you over until you eat clean. And
yeah.
I don't, did you end up getting, I don't remember if you ever ended up getting it. Did you get it?
No,
I don't think you did.
it was actually we were down in Springfield visiting my dad a few weeks ago or a month ago or so, and we were out to dinner with your brother, and your
Mhm.
brother's the one that told me that he had the same thing I had years ago and took a cortisone shot. And
Yep.
so that's where I got the idea. The pain right after I talked to you on that just started to get better. But the other thing too is I had the check-in. I had to go get blood just to test my uric acid just 2 weeks ago. And I went in, it's down to 5.9.
So now, were you eating a lot of red meat?
Yes.
Really? And your uric acid went down?
Yeah.
I know, isn't that crazy? Everybody's saying, "Oh, stay away from red meat. It causes uric
Nope.
acid to go up and gout," and it's all marketing. But
Yeah,
yeah, good.
out of all the meats, I eat way more red meat than anything else,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
we do
still
too.
eating it like crazy. Yeah, and that's down to a healthy place, healthy click, and yeah, and here's the interesting thing though, and I think this is cool, really. I think this is but it's weird.
An eye opener.
But another eye opener. I'm human. I'm going to eat sugar once in a while. Like I think I'm good. I haven't had sugar in a long time. Then I start to eat a little bit of sugar. All of a sudden, oh, ow, oh man, the
Yep.
pain would come back. So what I learned is the exact amount of sugar I eat correlates with the exact amount of pain I'm going to have in my shoulder. I had when I was down in Springfield, down there at my dad's, I went to Andy's, and I'm like, I'm going to get an Andy's, so I don't care. I'm just going to get one. The next day, I couldn't barely lift my arms again,
Yep.
and then 3 days later, eating clean, it was gone. If I ate one cupcake, I would half a cupcake, a little bit of pain. Full cupcake, a little bit more. It's almost exact. And it's crazy, but it's okay. Stop it, you idiot. Don't eat
I,
any sugar and you're not going to have any pain.
See, and that's what the deal was when we did our little journey. Because once you learn, once you understand, this has everything to do with a lot of eating. You can't unlearn that. So if you just like you know, if you do this, if I start gaining weight again now, you know, all the that just happens when you get older and blah 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 blah. Now that's all bullcrap. This is I know that I'm gaining weight because I am eating appropriately. Just like you notice, I'm having pain because I'm eating inappropriately. Once you know what's doing it, it's a lot easier to stay on course because you don't want to end up that way again.
No, and that's just it. I'm like, I'm not. I just turned 60 this summer. I've got 11-year-old and 13-year-old daughters. I got a full ministry. I got a lot going on in my life, man. I want to keep this rocking for a long time. I feel fantastic. And you said it too. You like, don't you want to feel better in your 70s even than you did in your 60s?
Yeah.
And that clicked with me. I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And
so you will. If you stick with this, I guarantee you will. It's wonderful.
yeah. No, I tell you what, man, and just being patient and just, first of all, like I said, plate is your fate. Just all the information in there and learning everything I did. First of all, it pissed me off, to be honest with you, just to learn what the government has done and all the stuff that's in the foods and
Oh, it's
all the
horrible.
chemicals. And it just makes me mad. And so I'm like, I'm not going to let them do this to me. And I'm more and more getting my family involved with this. It's a little bit of a process.
And the best way to get the family involved is you just be you. And they're going to see how much better you are, the better you feel, the better you walk, get up in the morning without any pain, more energy, more clear, happier, just better quality of life. And people will see. That's what happened with us. People were noticing it all the time. They're like, what in the heck are you guys doing? So that had another piece of why we wanted to do this, because there's so many people out there that I always heard, people don't want to change their habits. They like their lifestyle. Nobody's going to change. People want to be better. They want to feel good. They want to have a good quality of life. They just don't know where to go. Because if you're watching anything on television or reading anything in the newspapers or anything, they are just bombarded by all this marketing of the only way to get healthy is to be on 10 billion drugs. But it's ridiculous. And don't worry, you can keep eating all the crap that we're putting out here on the shelves. Just don't eat as much. In the same commercial where they say, here, you can't eat but one. You can't eat just one. It's like they make it so you can't stop. So you're so addicted, you need to eat it all the time. And it blocks where you feel hungry all the time. So you're constantly hungry. You constantly have that taste and you're constantly eating this and just getting sicker and sicker. And that's what sucks. A lot of people, these people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, which are already experiencing high blood pressure and fatty liver disease. And a lot of them have type 2 diabetes in their 20s because they still think I'm young. I can survive this. If I just get through this, I'm not going to have any trouble with weight. I've never had trouble. And then all of a sudden, like you said, in the 30s and 40s, it all starts catching up because that's when you finally are filling up all your fat cells. And that's when insulin goes up, inflammation goes up, glucose goes up, and your body goes down. So take care of yourself now because it will catch up with you.
Yeah, and that's one thing you said that really struck home was you watch people come and spend the rest of their life, the rest of their money, come into doctors, spend all their time and money on medications, and that's how they at the end of their life. That's not what I want. And it's frustrating too because like even in my nutritional journey, like I've always tried, but it's so frustrating because it's so contradictory. When you look stuff up online, you think this is great, and then all of a sudden, no, this is terrible for you, and then you're just so plain eat God-made foods.
Yeah,
period.
That's all you got to do. Yeah, stay away from everything box, bottle, bag, and can, all the crap that the food manufacturers are making in a manufacturing plant. That's not food. And that's what's killing us. Yeah. And people try to make this so hard. They're reading all these ingredient labels and is this healthy? Is this healthy? It's like, just eat the stuff that doesn't have a label. Real meat, real fruit, real vegetables. They don't have labels, and God made them for you, except for all this stuff that the man's making with all these chemicals and everything. That is unnatural to our body, which is why we have the inflammation like what you had all over
Yeah.
your body. And people are telling them, oh, you have rheumatoid, just like what you had. What
PMR.
polymyositis is what it is. And then they just say rheumatoid because I don't know, it's something inflammatory. That's all it says. You have a lot of pain and it's because of inflammation.
Yeah.
That's all that term meant. That's all that meant. Now, where's the inflammation come? You ask somebody in the medical group now, because that's what we were taught. I was the same way. I was the same way for 30 years. It's just, that's the stuff that just happens. We don't know why, but we do have drug to take care of it. Now that I'm out of that system, and I know exactly why we're inflamed everywhere. Stop that and you'll feel so much better.
Yeah.
It is. You got to look at who's making money. If you hear somebody preaching something to you, find out who's making money off this. It's like, what are these chemicals you're putting in my body?
Yeah.
And that's what sets up the immune response. That's what inflammation is. Inflammation is actually very good for your body. You want the inflammatory response. If you get a thorn in your finger, or you get a broken leg or pneumonia, the inflammatory process, that's your white blood. That's your army coming in to fight to get rid of this crap. Right. You sit here and eat this stuff all day long, every single day. You've got your army sitting there working constantly, and it does wear out, and it doesn't work as well when you do that.
So there's a gal that I work with, and she has a farm and she sells eggs. So I've been buying five dozen eggs from her every Friday. I actually picked them up early. I picked them up today. As I'm picking them up, she goes, "Hey, tell me about that diet you're on."
Really?
Yeah. And
Did you say it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change?
Well, right. I told her, but that's what she said. "Tell me about that diet that you're on." I'm like, "Let me tell you." And so we talked for quite a bit, and she's like, "Yeah, that's what I want to do."
Did you tell her to get my book?
Yes, I did. I'm telling you, man, I need royalties from your book. I have, I think $5 a pop. I think $5 a book would be good. That'd be right.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's invaluable, the information that you've given me, man, through this journey. And I'm so appreciative of your insight and your compassion for it and just your help, man. You're always right there to talk to me about it. And
you were a different one. Working with pain, working with blood pressure, and working with diabetes, those are all easy. Those are like, oh yeah, you can get rid of this. But when you have the pain, there's all kinds of things that can do that. It usually is inflammatory. So stopping the inflammation was the big thing in you. And the inflammation, fructose, definitely is extremely inflammatory to your body. That's one of the things that gets metabolized. So anything with sugar and anything with high fructose corn syrup, you're getting fructose. And if you eat a lot of fruits, you're getting fructose in it. And a lot of those actually, that gets turned into uric acid. The fructose does. Some of it gets turned into uric acid. Some of it gets turned into inflammatory mediators, which actually causes the inflammation. But the majority of it gets turned straight into fat. Yeah. So that's why if you're having pain, that's why I was with you, is you might want to not have the fruit. And then I didn't know you stopped the vegetables too. And then we wanted to increase your omega-3. So we were talking about the fish oils, eating that, and then turmeric. Mm-hmm. Turmeric's a good anti-inflammatory. So I remember we were just throwing all these natural anti-inflammatories at you. And I think are you doing fish oil and turmeric?
I haven't done fish oil in a while. This turmeric that I've been taking, I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
I take it 3 times a day, those little turmeric things. And it feels like there's oil running through a machine in my body. It's just, I feel so good. I'm sure that contributor, but also eating, but I have no pain, man. None. It's all gone.
I know. You were almost crying when we talked sometimes.
Oh,
you were
brutal.
You could tell you were in pain.
Brutal pain. Yep. And getting up in the morning, I couldn't even put the covers over me because my arms hurt too bad, or lift the covers off me in the morning because I had to roll them off because my arms hurt so bad in the mornings, my shoulders.
Man.
So
I felt sorry for you. And I was sitting there thinking, I sure hope this works. That's when I said, okay, if you need to take pain meds just to get you through this, that's just, these GLP-1s. Yes, they are horrible, and they are horrible for your body, and they kill everything. However, they do curb appetite at micro dosing, not the doses that the doctors are giving everybody, but at micro dosing. That's what the people that I know that will microdose the GLP-1s for people, they will not do it until you clean up your nutrition. Clean up your nutrition. And some people are just so addicted to sugar and carbohydrate. And it's like cocaine. It truly lights up the pleasure center of the brain, called the nucleus accumbens. Glucose lights that up the same way cocaine does. So it's a true addiction, and you have to go through it the same way as you already know how you get off when you're addicted to things. So if somebody's in that state, then finding somebody who can microdose these GLP-1s will help curb your appetite as you're cleaning up because
Mm.
once you clean up your meal, that will take care of you. Won't be hungry. What are you hungry? Do you get
No,
hungry during the day?
no, that's the
Yeah.
beauty of it. No, not at all. I'm not
Yeah, I
hungry.
never got
Uh,
hungry.
yeah,
And so
it's
everybody's
amazing.
taking all these GLP-1s because it curbs their appetite. It's like curbs your appetite, kills your body, makes you eat yourself from the inside out because your body still needs the nutrients whether you're eating them or not.
No, that's the amazing thing. I probably eat 4 to 6 eggs a day, probably sometimes 8,
Oh yeah, we eat a ton
and,
of eggs.
and
Yep.
meat. And that 5 dozen I buy, I get through them pretty easily throughout the
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
And
And we'll
and
do
it's
we'll do
like,
hard-boiled eggs. We'll keep hard-boiled eggs in the refrigerator sometimes because you can go overboard on those too just because they taste so good. But we'll keep hard-boiled eggs. Teresa will scramble eggs and put it in like she'll ground up chicken or ground up hamburger, and then she'll take the eggs and she'll put the eggs in it too. So we'll have kind of a hamburger and eggs, and we'll make that as our protein base.
yeah,
And then you can add whatever you want to. If you want to add jalapenos and some hot sauce or
yep,
whatever, turn it into a little taco bowl or
that's what I do.
mustard and pickles, turn it into a little cheeseburger or something. Just no bun.
Yep. I'm getting a little bit more creative with it. I was now I and the interesting thing too is that people are like, can you just how can you just eat eggs and meat all the time? Because I know what it does to my body.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
Now,
I like it. It's still I'm not burnt out
oh
by
yeah.
it. I like it. I enjoy it, and I know what it does. I feel great afterwards, and so I'm like, that's all I need.
And something that I do, and I do it a lot because fermented foods are also extremely good for your body, for your gut microbiome. So things like kimchi. And I do Greek yogurt every single day.
So do I.
I'll have me a cup of Greek yogurt and I'll put a scoop of protein powder on it, mix it all up, put some large flake coconut on it every single day. I eat it every day and I
I do
love it.
too. Instead of the big bowl of Bluebell, I just do a little bowl of Greek yogurt.
I do the large flake coconut that we get from a health store here that you just shovel out with a scoop and put it in your bag. But it doesn't get really crunchy because when you stir it up in your Greek yogurt,
Yeah,
it does give it texture, but not really a crunch.
yeah. I
I'll have
think
to think about that. I'm not sure I don't know what a good thing to put in Greek yogurt that would give it a crunch would
yeah.
be.
I figure that's been my cheat on that, but I'd rather not keep doing that. I'd rather find another alternative in that.
If it wasn't doing you well, you probably start feeling pain more.
It hasn't really bothered me. But I know that's
Oh yeah.
garbage.
Yeah, it
I
is.
know,
See, and that's
but
the problem because they don't have to add up all the different types of sugar and put all that in the sugar. So sugar has, I forgot how many, 70 different names of different sugar, and they can hide those names all the way through anything that ends in ose. They're just so many things. There's honey, there's the corn syrup, there's just everything. And they can hide that all through the ingredient list, the names. So there's no way you really know what the sugar is. You just have to look through the ingredient list.
right.
And really, seriously, if you're looking through an ingredient list, you're looking through the list of chemicals they're putting in your body that your body's
Yeah.
not used to. That's what you're
Yeah.
doing. So the longer the ingredient list, the more chemicals you're putting in your body that your body has to figure out what to do with, and it's going to
Right.
cause issues. So we say if you've got to have something with a label on it, make sure it doesn't have any more than 3 or 4 ingredients, and make sure you know what every single one of those are.
Yeah.
That's been killing people, and people are up in arms about it. It's like, what are you up in arms about? This started going on back when our dietary guidelines changed in 1977.
Yeah.
So a lot of these people that are born the late 90s and through the 2000s, they look around, they think this is normal. But those of us who are older, we lived it. We lived through all this stuff. We didn't sit around and eat this stuff all the time. We get here about why could our grandparents do this? And they ate meat and potatoes and they didn't have to work out and they didn't get fat. It's like, because they had 2 or 3 meals a day of natural food. They ate real
Yeah.
meat, real fruit, real vegetables, things that they were growing. You're not sitting around eating these bags of chips and cookies and M&Ms and all this candy all day long, every single day. Soda pop, these energy drinks.
Sitting on their iPhones all day
Yes,
long. Yeah.
yes,
They're out
it's
doing
killing
stuff.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. That's why people are getting obese now, and they didn't back then. We didn't eat all this man-made food like they do now. Now they've convinced everybody that they should be eating about every 2-3 hours. You need to have something in your face. And that's just crazy. That is a recipe for destruction, as we're seeing, because everybody's in destruction right now.
Yeah. Amen.
But
So
now you're out of it.
yay. And then as far as the medication goes, so right now I'm just doing the 100 milligrams of allopurinol, and I got off the colchicine. And I think the colchicine was a culprit too to some of the pain, As soon as I got off them, that's when I really started to feel like 100%.
So right now you just have a little bit of pain in one of your hands. You say you
This
have
finger
trouble.
right here, it still doesn't quite go into a fist
Okay.
right there. That's about it. And then this one's fine.
Keep working on it. And you did have pain all over your body. Now you're down to
All
that.
over my body. Yeah. When it hit, I remember too, I was going to a Christmas Eve service and I couldn't even walk from the church to my car. My legs hurt so bad. My arms hurt so
Whoa.
bad. I wanted to crawl. I wanted to cry. It hurt so bad.
Well, so now get up and do some jumping jacks. Let's see how you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Oh,
Plus, a
you want
lot
me
of
to?
the only people who see this are the one who's watching on YouTube. The other ones aren't going to see it.
Yeah. I can do some push-ups.
That's right.
But yeah, I can lift weights, full weights again. Even when I started to lift weights, it was 20 pounders. I could barely lift. And now I'm full on lifting weights again.
I was so glad when we finally contacted again here just recently. And you told me that your pain was finally gone. And you said it was just down to that arm, that finger. Like, it's time to put you on a podcast.
I'll tell you what, I wake up every morning and I'm so happy. I'm just like, oh, thank you, Lord. Because it was so brutal.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this feels so good. Can move around.
Yep. And so really it all cleared up within a year.
I started this journey almost January 1st. And it was October. I was 255 this time last year. Now I'm 210 and I want to get down. I think I'm going to shoot for 195.
And you're 6'1". 6'1". Yeah, I can look at that. They've got the ideal, but you'll know what you feel good at.
There's still a little flab there. I want to just get rid of all of it.
There's no reason not to.
It's a huge difference. 45 pounds it's funny because I have a 45-pound weight that I work out with. Yeah. And I think that's heavy. I was carrying that around with me everywhere I went, that extra weight.
And besides that, you're talking about exercising to get off weight, which does not work. That's not how it works. It's great to do resistance training and build muscle. I'm all for working out. But that's not where you lose your weight, because when you're working out, your body's taking a lot of energy. So it's going to take the energy from the least resistance, which means glucose already in the blood, then fat already in the blood, then glucose and glycogen, glucose stores. You've got like 2,400 calories of glucose stores, which isn't very much. That's all the stores you have in your entire body of glucose, to where 1 pound of fat has 4,000 calories in it. 1 pound. So if you're 10 pounds overweight, that means you're 40,000 calories overweight is what you're doing. And again, it's not a calorie thing, because as you keep the insulin low, as we've talked about, keep the insulin low, and that's going to help burn that out. But if you're working out, if you've got a good, hard 1 hour resistance training power lift, you may burn 400 to 800 calories is all you're going to get.
When I was working out, I was around 235, 240. And it was after I stopped working out, though. When I had the hip surgeries, that's when it went up.
See, I just love all this. And I'm so glad you're working out again, because that is good. Do you walk a lot? Do you move
every night? Yeah. My daughter and my dog and I go for a walk every night. My youngest daughter.
Being outside and watching the sun come up, and being outside and watching the sun go down, set your circadian rhythm. I mean, that one little thing helps so much. That helps getting your cortisol stimulated in the morning to help you get up out of bed and give you energy, and then shuts that off at night, so your melatonin kicks on and can get you to sleep. People taking all this melatonin, that's screwing everybody up too. Our body automatically makes about 1 milligram of melatonin, and now they're going to prescribe in 5 and 10 milligrams, 10 times the amount that you would ever need, and it's messing everybody up too. And all you got to do, just let your body do what it does. Get out, watch the sun come up, watch the sun go down, work out in the mornings. There's all kinds of things you can do where you don't have to take any of that stuff and be able to sleep not like a baby. You're not going to wake up every couple hours and pee, but you will sleep really well.
Yeah. No, I'm absolutely thrilled. This is the best I've felt in a long time. And
So where are you going to go now? What's your next? Do you have another goal?
195, I think. Yeah, it's about 15 more. Yeah. I've plateaued a little bit for some reason at 210.
I can tell you exactly why that is. And that's good. That when you plateau, because you're resetting everything, you're resetting your metabolism, you're resetting everything. So as you're dropping down, when you plateau, that means you're resetting your body weight set point. Like when you're heavier, like 245, you always knew about where you were. It's like 240, 250. You always just fluctuate around that.
Yeah.
But once you start losing, if you stop doing what you're doing, it'll come back up. But if you plateau, that's your body weight set point is resetting back down. So now, and you will start losing again. You will. Some people, they'll plateau for a week. I've had people plateau for 8 months.
Yeah.
It's stay with it, stay with it. Just you're going to, and all of a sudden it just starts coming off again. And then it really starts coming off once your body realizes, oh, you're actually trying to help me now. Thank you. I'll help you back out. Be happy when you're in a plateau. Don't be discouraged, because everybody gets discouraged. I was losing and now I'm not. No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It feels
Keep
like a
doing what you're doing.
reset. I can feel it. I feel like I lost a bunch and now I'm just solidifying in that. And now it's time to,
Yep.
yeah, it feels like a reset.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it will. It will. That's a good place to be. That's wonderful. So keep me informed on the pain, the weight.
Yep.
Is there anything I can do for you? Anything else?
Oh man, you've done so much. I can't even tell you, man.
Good.
So
I hope so.
appreciative. This is a great journey, man. If you got anybody out there that's dealing with this kind of stuff, just get that book, read it, pay attention to what Dr. Steve says. He knows, man. I'm living proof. I've done everything he suggested. I've done, and it's been amazing.
Dave, is there anything else you want to make sure people know or hear or anything?
No, I'm just excited to kick into my 60s, man. It's going to be the best decade yet. Just turned last summer, and I'm ready to just barrel through 60s and 70s, 80s, 90s.
You'd be amazed at how many people you're influencing. You have no idea, especially in the profession you're in. You're influencing everybody's lives constantly anyway. But now you can do it health-wise as well.
Yeah.
Nothing better than spiritual health and physical health.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you again so much, Dave, for joining us. And I
My
hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. And as always, make simple, healthy choices to live a quality life.
Amen.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please hit the subscribe button below and be sure to tell someone else who may want to change their health path as well. And remember, if you would like to enroll in our new online Thrive Naturally Transformation course to help you reach your new improved health goal, to reverse type 2 diabetes, feel great, and get off medications, we are here to help. Just go to our website, drstevehewlett.com, and click on the Work With Us tab at the top of the page. We truly are here to help you get off medications and start living the vibrant, pain-free life that you would love to live.